cell cytoskeleton. This majorly acts as scaffold for the integrity of the cellular structure as well as many other important functions. The cytoskeleton is of three types, including microtubules, microfilaments, and intermediate filaments. As you can see, the microtubules are largest in diameter, microfilament smallest, and intermediate are in between these two. The composition of microtubules is of tubulin protein, microfilaments formed of actin protein, and intermediate filaments are composed of variable proteins depending upon the type of the cell we are talking about. Here you can appreciate the microtubules over here, intermediate filaments over here, and microfilaments over here. We will discuss these one by one. Cytoskeleton is formed of fibrillar proteins which are arranged either into tubules or filaments. They originate as precursor proteins synthesized by the ribosomes. These precursor molecules then polymerize to form either microtubules, microfilaments, intermediate filaments. Overall, we talk about the function of cytoskeleton. It is involved in maintenance of the structure of the change in shape supported by the cytoskeleton, and also it has a role to play in movement of the cell. We'll start the discussion by the microfilament, which is composed of actin subunit and is having the smallest diameter. This is present more in the outer zone of the cytoplasm, which we also call as the ectoplasm. This is the 15% of the total protein in the cell, is composed of G-actin subunit, which is the unpolymerized protein subunit, and this polymerizes into F-actin, that is filamentous actin, which is an intact microfilament. The role of microfilament is to provide elastic support to the cell membrane, as is present in the ectoplasm just beneath the cell membrane. So the purpose of this is to provide support to the cell membrane. It also has the role to play in skeletal muscle contraction, as this is forming the thin filaments over there. This is involved in pinching of endocytosed vesicle. Like here is happening endocytosis, and this needs to be pinched off over here for the vesicle to get into the cytoplasm. Actin play its contractile role over here. It has a role to play in cell adhesion and junctions. Act as mechanical stiffener for cell projections, for example, microvilli, which are non-motile, for example, in the lumen of the gut. These have a role to play in cellular locomotion, particularly amoeboid locomotion, by helping the formation of focal adhesion complexes. These also provide a track for the movement of molecular motors that we will be discussing in the session later. These have a role to play in cytokinesis at the time of cell division. Ultimately, when the cytoplasm has to divide, this is known as cytokinesis, and actin filaments provide a role over here. This is showing microvilli, which has actin inside. This is showing the role of actin in the pinching of the endocytotic vesicle. This is showing the role of actin in facilitating the molecular motor function, and this is showing the role of actin in the amoeboid locomotion. This is showing the role of actin in different cell junctions. We will have a separate session on the cell junctions, and we will see in which of these cellular junctions actin has the most important role to play. This is showing the role of actin in the cytokinesis. Now, the intermediate filaments, which are cell specific, for example, keratin in case of hair and skin, and you can also appreciate the structure. The average diameter is between the microtubules and microfilaments. These are less dynamic than the actin and microtubules. They cell specific composition, for example, desmin in the muscle cells, neurofilaments in the neurons, keratins in the epithelial tissue, vimentin in the fibroblasts. These are also, because of their cell specificity, can help in recognition and identification of different types of the cells. If you look at the detailed structure of this intermediate filament, you can see this is one keratin subunit which are attached one over the other to form a long filament, and 4 filaments have joined to form keratin protofibrils, and these 4 protofibrils are twisted around each other to form one keratin filament. These work together with microtubules for the helping of molecular motors, provide strength and support for the fragile tubulin structures. They have a mechanical function, connect the nuclear membrane to the cell membrane, and provide a flexible scaffold for the cell and help in resisting of external pressure. So again, these are stabilizing the structure and shape of the cell, mechanical function, transport function, and connection of nuclear membrane to the cell membrane. In case of absence of these intermediate filaments, the body may present with different set of anomalies, including this cell will rupture easily. That will lead to formation of multiple blisters. And one of the manifestation can be seen in amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, or we also call it Lou Gehrig disease. Lastly, the microtubules, the largest in diameter, formed by the polymerized tubulin, alpha and beta tubulin. GTP interacts with the gamma tubulin for the regulation of this polymerization. The assembly of microtubules is polar and dynamic. Their assembly is predominated at the plus end and disassembly at the negative end. And this assembly is also temperature sensitive. At extremes of cold temperature, there will be promotion of the disassembling. There are drugs available that can block the microtubules assembly. For example, colchicine and vinblastine, paclitaxel, and these are used in the cancer treatment. Microtubules, if we have a look at their role, these are rigid physical structures that help in maintaining cell shape, provide a track for movement of organelles or secretory products inside the cell with the help of molecular motors, act as the conveyor belt for intracellular transport of vesicles and granules. So one function is structure and shape, other function is acting as a track either for the cellular organelles or for the cellular materials. These are also present in the cilia, so involved in ciliary locomotion, whereas microfilaments were involved in amoeboid locomotion. Microtubules also form the centrioles and mitotic spindle, which have a role to play in the cell division. This is showing the role of microtubules in the ciliary locomotion, in the transport of cargo inside the cell with the help of molecular motors, also role to play in cellular adhesions, mitotic spindle formation. And this is showing the summary of the functions and structure of all 3 types of cytoskeleton. Now the molecular motors. Few examples you see over here: kinesin, dynein, and myosin 5. These all are the molecular motor proteins. If we take the example of kinesin, you can appreciate it has 2 ends. On one end, it is carrying the cargo, whereas on the opposite end, it has projections like the feet, which can walk along the microtubules. Dynein, kinesin, and myosin. So molecular motors, what are these? These are the structures of the cell, non-membrane bounded cellular organelles that can move proteins, organelles, or other cell parts. For example, we call them cargo. to other part of the cell. For example, here neurotransmitter is being formed and stored in the vesicle and is being transported by this kinesin protein while walking along this microtubule to the neuronal terminal for exocytosis into the synapse. Similarly, the recycled product is being taken up by endocytosis into the cell and taken along by the molecular motor, which is dynein in this case, from neuronal terminal to the cell body. So kinesin has its direction of movement from the cell body away towards the neuronal terminal, whereas dynein is moving the materials from neuronal terminal to the center of the cell body. They attach the cargo on one end and by the other end they walk along the actin or tubulin vehicle. So both microtubules and microfilaments can act as the track for the transport of molecular motors. As this is an active movement, so it also requires ATP. Another thing you can appreciate, we have labeled the nuclear end negative end and the opposite end as the positive end. So towards the centrosome or away from the centrosome are the functions of dynein and kinesin respectively. Kinesin walks along the surface of a microtubule, and how does it do so? Like we do so, alternatively attaching and releasing its foot. Like first this was attached and then it was released, and when it was released, its next attachment was in front of it. As you can see over here, then the other foot was detached and placed ahead of the previous one. So one foot ahead of the other foot and continuous attachment and detachment. This is how the dynein and kinesin walk along the microtubules. Lastly, the centrosomes. Centrosomes have a role to play in cell division. These are composed of two centrioles and the pericentriolar material. You can see two centrioles over here, and these are present at right angle to each other. Inside each centriole, you can appreciate three triplets of microtubules. We also call this microtubule organizing center, and it has gamma tubulin, which helps in assembling of alpha and beta tubulin from its positive to the negative end. And these centrosomes are also divided at the time of cellular replication, one set going into each daughter cell. So that's all about the structure and the functions of the cytoskeleton.